What is going on, everybody, man? It is an exciting time to be a fan of the best-selling manga in history. We continue to get these pieces of information, these new reveals in the news cycle that just have me like, Flagnards, can we eat any more? Can we get any more full, man? Yo, Shonen Jump News unofficial at WSJ underscore manga today posted at around 5 a.m. One Piece's TV anime will broadcast an original anime episode on March 6th, narrating the story between Yamagoat and Ace. Can we eat any more, y'all? Guys, seriously, can we eat any more? Now, my first initial thoughts when I saw this was, how is this going to be possible? But then I went back and I looked at chapter 998 and 999 and I was like, it is possible. It is possible. So I want to reconfirm that everybody who's going to be watching me right now is not an anime only. So if you are an anime only, please exit the video because I'm about to get into some spoilers for the upcoming content that we're about to take place. That's about to take place in the anime. First and foremost, let's talk about 1013, which is going to end up being the Yamato and Ace episode. Now, when they say it's going to be an original anime episode narrating the story between Yamato and Ace, what I think they mean by that is that it is going to be an episode covering the content that we saw in chapter 999. Basically, half of that chapter, a little over half that chapter, was dedicated to Ace and Yamato content. But they're also going to be adding a lot of anime original sequences. So it's going to be a 23-minute episode of nothing but the Yamato and Ace flashback. And the reason why I think this is going to happen, based on the content that we got back at 891 with Yamato's introduction, where we saw at the end of the episode her fighting with Ace already that early on, right? It was like, what in the world are they doing? And then we saw their moment whenever they were both drinking sake together. Also, I believe it was 892. So it's like extremely early on, we were already receiving pieces of 999, which means they've been working on this for a very long time. So if that is the case, we're about to have in 1013 it's going to be what we got in 999, I'm sure, with sequences like, for example, the Roger pointing up into the sky. Like how we got a lot of sequences in the Roger portion of the flashback and the Odin flashback, where they were not in the manga, and I think that's what they're going to be going towards. They're going to be going towards a full episode where it's going to flow so well, because we're going to have the manga content, but also anime original content that's going to help all of that string itself together and flow very well. So let's look back at the episode before, 1012. It's going to be covering 998. 998 is basically split into 4 sections. 998 has the Marco section, where he goes up in like swimwear. Then Drake comes in at the end of that part. Dotobi and setting up their battles with every single one of the Straw Hats that we know is going to happen later on. But it's all of that setup. And then the end of the chapter is Yamato reminiscing about Ace, leading into the beginning of the next chapter. So if the entire chapter is not done, if the entirety of 998 is not done, then I think it's going to be the Marco stuff, X-Drake, and then we cut over to Yamato, end episode. When we end the episode, 1013 is going to start off exactly how 999 started off, and we're going to get that flashback once again with Yamato and Ace, and we're going to see everything that they're going to add. It's going to be glorious. The more Yamagoat and the more Ace that we get, the better, right? It's going to be legendary. I cannot wait for it. So they're going to give us this manga content mixed with anime original stuff for the entirety of that episode. So it's going to, like I said, cover about half that chapter, a little over half that chapter. And then the following episode, 1014, is more than likely going to cover the end of 999 and the middle Togoropo section of 998. And this is why I think that works. Because let's just say they don't want to cover the Togoropo part in 10, 12. They want to relax, take it easy. That would be such a great setup episode for what's to come after that, because then we would have Tobi fights being set up for the first half of the episode, and then the end of the episode is dedicated to Big Mom and Kaido finally being together as they wait for the worst generation to appear. It would be the setup palooza. You know what I mean? It would truly be setup palooza. Tobi fights being set up. There you have everybody they're throwing down. They're starting to throw down. It's hype. It's like, yo, we're about to go in. And then right as everything's going to pop off there, we switch over to the end of the episode with Big Mom and Kaido, the revelation of why Kaido has this debt to Big Mom, fruit reveal, they're getting the One Piece set up, finished. Then we officially start the greatest of Roof Piece. I think that is going to be how we're going to handle this, because it's the only logical way. Knowing how Toei's been doing things out of order. They've been, flexing their creative liberties, doing things in ways that we weren't accustomed to before this arc. Like, even though they had done, especially early on in the series, they had a lot of creative liberties to do certain things. For a while there, it was the adaptation was pretty like, okay, if this happens first, it's going to happen first in the anime too. But in Wano, we've seen that they've been taking a lot of creative liberties of doing things out of order and still have it flow very well. So I think that's the most likely scenario. Because when I see this, we'll broadcast an original anime episode on March 6th between Yamato and Ace. Like I said, I'm fully expecting an FMA03 situation, or if you're not familiar with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood 2003, it followed the source material until the final 10 episodes, and then we got an anime original ending. So I think this is going to follow the structure of 999. We're going to get a lot of that content, but within that, just like we got in the Odin flashback, just like we've got in all of Wano no Onigashima, we're going to have anime original stuff between Yamato and Ace. And I am so hyped for that, because I already love these two characters so much individually, but when I have them together, it's just gonna be absolutely amazing. Can't wait for the flashback sequences used. Can't wait for the soundtracks. Can't wait to see more of my boy Shido Hige, who is gonna be in there. I mean, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be like the sequel of the Odin flashback is gonna be this episode. So I'm super, super excited. I can already tell the direction's gonna be out of this world just based on the way they handle the Odin flashback. This is going to be a really special episode. So this might just be the best episode this year up until this point, leading into, of course, the Roof Piece content, which I'm going to assume is going to be absolutely legendary. So, but before Roof Piece, I think this is going to be the best episode, just based on the material, like I said, that I'm assuming they're going to cover with the Yamato and Ace canon content, and then you add anime original content on top of that to make it all flow extremely well. We are in for what is truly one of the best episodes of the year so far. Cannot wait to see what they're going to do with Yamagote and Ace. Like I said, we've already had hints toward the flashback way earlier on than normal. And in the manga, we had like little silhouettes. They showed full-blown portions of chapter 999 in some of the episodes already. So it's like, yo, they're ready. They're ready to inject us with this Yamato and Ace flashback. Now, the exciting part is, what are they going to cover? What is going to be stretched out? What is going to be these new sequences, these new scenes they're going to add? Because some of the anime original sequences that we've got in this arc have been absolutely legendary. So I know it sounds weird saying that, considering that an announcement like this would be made. I'm sure this is probably translated from like an article in Weekly Shonen Jump or in some sort of magazine in Japan, where they're like, oh, episode blank 1013 is going to be a narrating the story between Yamato and Ace, and to be anime original episode, right? Like, oh, then why would they cover manga content? I think they're doing that just for so more people can tune in, So like, let's just say if I'm a promoter and I'm promoting somebody's work, and I know that Marineford was the most popular arc of that work, and Ace was the central figure of that arc, I'm gonna be like, yo, even if you haven't watched One Piece in 10,000 years, we're doing an Ace episode this week. We're doing an Ace episode. Tune in. That's the boy. support Gus the Ace, come in, watch the episode, because they want as many eyes on the product as possible before we head into Roof Piece. I can promise that, bro. Toei's trying to get as many eyes that used to be invested in One Piece, fell out of investment, and now they're gonna be like, okay, all the casual readers who at one point in time were like, oh yeah, Marineford, amazing, right? And they haven't really been following since. Like, yo, original story of Ace, come check it out, tune in, it's gonna be awesome. Another story and another chapter in Ace's story. And that's gonna get many people who used to watch during the Marineford arc to come back and be like, Ace Sama, let's go! And they're gonna be, all right, we're good, let's get it with like swimwear and see where this takes us. So that's why I think they delivered this message. I don't know where this is translated from. Like I said, I'm going to assume it was either in the Shonen Jump magazine itself or in some sort of magazine or promotional material in Japan, because if I was somebody who was in charge, that's how I'd promote it. I'm trying to get as many eyes on the product before stuff starts going down. And we all know, once we hit chapter 1000, it's nothing but going down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing but peak fiction until where we're at right now in the manga. So it's exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Yamato and Ace, obviously, you know me, absolutely love both of these characters. So the more content we get from them, the better. But I'm fully expecting a combination of anime-only material and manga content to give us this beautiful 23 minutes of just Odin flashback sequel awesome sauce. I'm truly expecting something on that level, and I cannot wait for it. It's gonna be great. But like I said, I'm fully expecting this upcoming week's episode to be pretty stretched out, pretty slow. Have the Marco and Drake sequence end in the episode with Yamato. We cut over to Yamato, have that amazing part of 999 with some anime original content. Then the following episode will leave us with a lot of setup. Like, just nothing but setup, right? We're talking Toby Roppo, setup over here, and in the episode with Kaido and Big Mom as we get ready for the legendary stretch in the best-selling manga in history, man. I am super stoked. I'm hoping that this is the case, and if not, let Toei flex their creative liberties, man. You know, I'd rather have wait a little longer for the Roof Piece greatness, as long as I get to get a story like this, like a Yamato and Ace flashback for a full episode. Legendary episode. Legendary stuff incoming, especially with the way the One Piece anime handles flashbacks. We're in for some greatness, man. So I am super excited for this. Let me know what y'all think about this announcement and any thoughts and theories on how do you think they're going to adapt this material. What do they mean by anime original content? Are you with me that they're going to combine the canon with the filler and give us something really, really beautiful there? Or are they really going to go straight up just anime original? We'll see what happens. But I look forward to seeing your thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below. I will see y'all next time. It's an exciting time to be a fan of the One Piece anime, man. We just keep eating, and it's a great time. So I'll see y'all next time. Have an awesome day. Yamagote and Ace greatness coming in, baby.